He asked, do you have any spiritual questions? Or he said, do you have one spiritual question you can't answer right now? I have a lot of questions. Remember, I'm an academic at heart. I'm a really good question asker. Put me anywhere. In a conversation with anyone, in a lecture on anything, I will have questions, I guarantee you. I was one of those students who in the early morning 8 a.m. classes, 200-person lecture halls, I was in the front row with my hand up. I had done the reading, I had done the homework, and I had questions. So I will always have questions. What I don't have is an experience of the lack of an answer to that question blocking me from moving forward in my experience. The questions feel fun, they feel interesting, they feel fascinating on a variety of levels, but none of them feels to me like I need the answer to that in order to be able to move forward, in order to be able to live in light. They're not that sort of questions. Because what I've realized is my brain, which is the manufacturing plant of questions, is not the manufacturing plant of light. And so the place that the questions come from is not the place that the light comes from. And so whether those questions exist or don't exist, they're playthings for my brain. All sorts of things occur to me. I was very troubled. I'll give you a specific example so you have a bit of insight into how my brain works. I was very troubled for a very long time in the beginning when our beautiful divine Shivji statue went up so many years ago. I was very troubled for a long time about why Shiva had a belly button. Right? I mean, he's God. Why does he need a belly button? And I can't tell you how many people I asked. Now, I share the story with you so that you understand the types of questions that go through my mind. It's not the exclusive type, but even on that level. The sincere interest I had with knowing, I mean, it was not a joke. I really wanted to know, why do we depict Shiva with a belly button? But the lack of getting an answer to it, I have a lot of questions that I haven't gotten answers yet to that I'm fully set with. But it doesn't impact my life. Should I find myself in a situation with, someone who might have an answer, I always know what my questions are, I'm ready to ask them. But they're playthings of the mind. They're toys of the mind. It's games the mind plays. As far as life and light and love and God, they're completely different. They don't exist in that world. I have questions about spirituality, I have questions about science, I have questions about so many things. I have an active brain, I love it. Doesn't trouble me at all in that way. But that's because over the years, one of the really great blessings that I've received is an ability to not have the games that my brain plays impact the experience of my heart, of my life, of my connection to God. And that's been a great blessing. Because having questions about the world, I think it's fun, it's beautiful. I mean, there's so many things to have questions about. And on that level, everything could be considered a spiritual question. I mean, everything about the nature of the universe, from oceanography to astronomy, to science, to medicine, it's all spiritual on some level. It's all about God's divine creation. It's all about the natural laws that we've been given that govern this beautiful universe. It's incredible. If you don't have questions, you're not paying enough attention. But that's on a completely different place of existence than the heart, the spirit, which just is and knows it's all right, even if I don't understand it. You know, I mean, haven't you ever been served a meal that is incredibly delicious and you have no idea what it is? For people from abroad, I imagine at some point that's happened to you in India, you know, that you've been given a plate of something. First time, you have no idea what it is, or maybe you can figure out one piece of it. That, I think, is some cauliflower, but you have no idea what the rest is. But it's so good. And it doesn't matter what it is. And sure, should you happen to be a cook, you later might want to find out from the cook what was it. So maybe when you get home, you could duplicate it, or just to satisfy the brain, what is that spice I love so much? But lack of knowing, is that cumin, is that coriander, what is this, has no impact on either your ability to enjoy it or on its ability to nourish and nurture you. Knowing, is it cumin, is it coriander, is just a plaything of the brain. Has zero impact on the nourishment to the cells from that meal. And that for me is how it is knowing, is it because of this, is it because of that, is it this, is it that, doesn't impact the way that I feel nourished and nurtured by the universe.